Drifting out across the North Coast airways this afternoon, the sound of Peru, or Peruqua, and her new single, Love is Calling You. And it's time to welcome to the studio my first guest. It's Delamay. Welcome.
Hello, thank you. Good to be here.
It's very good. We started correspondence around your interview when you were overseas a few months ago, so it is finally good to see you. Welcome back to the Bay.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be home again.
I gather you're actually a local.
I am, yeah. I'm born and bred in the area, and I actually did my work experience when I was 15 at BayFM, when they were at the back of the community centre downstairs in a little tin shack. I think I read the weather and maybe the community announcements, and took some phone calls or something. So, it's good to be here.
Oh, well, a BayFM work experience success story then.
Yes, that's where it all started.
You've been overseas. You're a bit of an international traveller. We'll talk about you've got quite a few different hats that you wear. But you've been overseas for a few months. Where did you go, and for what reason?
Where did I go, and for what reason?
In your yoga journey.
Good question. I teach yoga and freeform movement. I spend a lot of my time in Asia and in Europe. I lived on and off in the UK for about 10 years, so my accent's a little bit, probably sounds more English than anything else. And the last 4 or 5 years or so, I've been spending a lot of time on the road. So I don't actually have a base. I live out of a suitcase, which is about 20 kilos. And I go to different communities around Asia and Europe and offer retreats and workshops and themed classes and trainings as well. And recently I've teamed up with a beautiful friend of mine, and we're coming together to make women's retreats as well. So we had our first one in France back in August in the south of France. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous setting.
Whereabouts in the south of France?
In the province.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the mountains, we were eating like fresh fruit and vegetables every day that was farmed really locally, and also goat cheese, which was made like 10 kilometers up the road. And then each day we had a 2-hour practice in the morning and in the evening, focused on different meditation techniques, different yoga practices, visualizations as well, and lots of creative writing. So really connecting to the second chakra.
How did you attract an audience to that particular retreat? Was it local Provence women going, ooh la la, fouillade?
Let me think. It was pretty international, actually. Yeah, it was good. We had a beautiful woman fly over from Canada. She speaks French as well, and she has quite a connection to France. So she was, and also she's an airline hostess. So she was able to get quite a cheap flight and come and stay with us. There was a beautiful woman
and serve refreshments between that.
Yeah. Tea or coffee with that? Yeah. And we had a few people from Italy come as well, and some locals. And then there was myself and my good friend Mira, who I was co-teaching with, and she's actually from California, but she's based in France now. So people found out about us just from being online, and also Facebook is a great way of networking as well. So it was a good experience. And our next one's in Bali. So.
Right. And have you been to Bali a few times, I should imagine?
Yeah, I was actually, the last time I was there was 2002, just after the Bali bombings. My path hasn't led me back there yet, so people have said it's changed a lot. So I'm looking forward to being there and hosting a retreat. So.
And how have you found the venue for... to me, it's just fascinating how these things happen internationally. I can just about get myself from, Byron to Lismore and back, but the idea of organising a retreat in Ubud or somewhere, I just don't know how people do that.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it either, but it's just unfolding.
Okay.
It helps a lot when you've got a network of people involved to kind of communicate between what you're looking for and the hotel as well. We're staying at the Ananda Ubud cottages, which is about 20 minutes outside Ubud. So in rice fields, really peaceful in nature. And so we're working with another company called Mala Spirit, who make mala and laksha beads, like this one that I'm wearing at the moment, with amethyst and pearls on it. So they are actually creating a beautiful mala for all the women that come on retreat with us, and we're going to be using that specifically each day for our meditation as well. So, how did we find it? Recommendations, which I strongly tend to be guided by. So.
And your own personal yoga practice, which line have you gone down?
My teachers. My most inspiring teacher, and who I've been with for the last 4 years, is Shiva Ray. She's based in California. She travels. She does retreats in India and different places in Europe and all over the States. And so she's created this style called Prana Flow Energetic Vinyasa. So prana being the energy in the body and flow being like fluid movement. And so in a prana flow class, we incorporate lots of music as well. So it could be world music, it could be anything from Deva Premal to maybe John Butler to a bit of Gangagiri or something. Kind of depends on the energy of the group and the, whether it's full moon or new moon. Or the theme of the workshop. So it's really each class, each retreat, each workshop is totally unique, depending on the what's happening energetically as well.
Wow, that sounds like quite an original, in the moment sort of take on it.
It's very intuitive as well. Once you kind of start to trust the process, because you can do so much planning when it comes to teaching. Like any job, really, I think you can plan so much.
You can plan too much, though.
Too much, and then you get a little bit rigid and create a lot of tension around it, and just like, and then things don't go right, and then surprises, you get taken by surprise and you get thrown, and so it's just, okay, you have the plan, it's kind of, like a safety net, I guess, but then the courage and the experience comes from stepping away from the plan and being guided by, the energy of the group and the people that are there.
And probably leaving space between activities as well, so that people have time to integrate, time to do nothing, time to socialise.
Yeah, nothing can be the hardest thing to do. It's, yeah.
Let's go to a track. We've been talking for a while. Let's run some Agnes Obel out there. Strings at the end of that track from Agnes Obel, and it's called The Curse from her album Aventine. I'm speaking this afternoon with Delamay, who I met last year, about the wet season time, March last year at the Byron Spirit Festival.
The crazy floods, the tail end of the cyclone.
That's right, yeah, and it absolutely flogged down all weekend during the Byron Spirit Festival, but the little space that you'd set up for the yoga trance dance was a really nice one.
Yeah, no, it was rocking. I think, it was an intimate group, but the sound was awesome. And I think that's really what we needed to get things going and to really squeeze the juice out of our time being there.
Yeah. All right, let's progress with our conversation. Yeah. You've made a DVD.
I do. I have a self-produced DVD, which was filmed here in Byron and also at a studio in Malaysia where I teach in KL. It's Prana Flow, Energetic Vinyasa and Creative Movement. So there's 5 practices for your inner rhythm. And also there's music recommendations on here. And yeah, it's just really beautiful. There's each practice ranges from about 10 minutes to about 20 minutes. It's suitable for anyone, any levels. What's great about a DVD is that you can practice at home. There's no need to feel motivated to go to a class or anything like that. So that's ultimately, my offering to my students when I travel. They're always like, how can I keep in contact with you and how can I keep practicing with you? And I have my YouTube channel and stuff, but this DVD is more personal. So.
Great idea. When did you actually make that?
This was filmed here in Byron and also in Malaysia, and then all put together and printed in Brighton in the UK. When did I do this? Earlier on in the year. Yeah, so they're still pretty fresh off the press.
Great.
So I've got one to give away today.
All right. And we won't open the phone lines just yet because we've got another prize to offer. With around your I'm fascinated by this idea, the idea of Shakti Business.
Yeah.
Fill us in, please, Delamay.
Okay, so Shakti Business is a online portal created by women and for women. Similar idea to Facebook, but we're using a platform called Ning.
Called what, sorry?
Ning.
Ning? How do you spell that?
N-I-N-G.
Right.
It's a platform where anyone can go on and create an online community. Okay, so with the Shakti Business, we have our Facebook page as well, but we also have our special membership site where members have access to different forums on any kinds of subjects. You can also request a subject to be placed there as well. And there is different country groups that you can join depending on which countries that you're connected to. You can advertise your own services. You can connect and network with other members as well. With the Shakti Business setup, we're also running it so there's 4 programs a year. So with the membership, you get access to these 4 different programs, and each program is themed. So the first one that we're doing, the theme is Shakti, so the creative life force. And within that program, we have different contributors. So, for example, people have written their stories for us, which relate to their first experience with Shakti. So how did they first come about this idea of the creative life force, the divine feminine, for example. And so we have contributors offering their own stories, and also there's different videos as well. In this program, we have a video on how to create an altar, so a sacred space in your own home. There's a movement meditation as well, which is connected to the Swadhisthana chakra, so the second chakra. And also we have, what else? There's so much. The creator of the Gratitude Diary as well, she has offered her story and some insights.
Melanie Spears, a recent guest,
yes.
and occasional musical contributor to Audio Chocolate, for sure.
No, that's beautiful. I'm so happy that she was coming on board with us. And our members also receive a discount if they purchase one of the diaries as well. So, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there's just so much happening, and it's very new still. So the community itself, at the moment we have probably about 30 or 40 members from all around the globe, from Australia to Canada to all over Europe to different places in Asia. And so it's just about coming together to connect with different women from all around the globe on, similar subjects, and maybe you're going through the same thing, or whether it be family stuff or health issues or whatever it may be. It's created there for all the members. And so membership is normally $108 for the year, but I'm also giving one of them away today as well for a female subscriber.
Well, thank you so much. Let's open the phone lines then. It's 66807 If you're a female subscriber and you'd like an annual subscription to Shakti Business, which is going to connect you to a global network of women who will be able to share stories and information. This is kind of answering my question of how do you organise something on the other side of the world. It's like join Shakti Business.
Yeah, that's one way, definitely.
Yeah, one of them anyway. And also, Delamay's giving away a copy of the Prana Flow Energetic Vinyasa and Creative Movement DVD. So give us
anyone.
To anyone, yes. So give us a call and specify which prize you'd like to go in, which draw you'd like to go into.
Good luck.
We'll talk some more. I feel there's quite a lot more to talk about this afternoon. Let's go to a track from the Twine. This one's called All I Am.